AMD is tempting. It is, I mean, getting the momentum. It feels like AMD feels like the Tesla used to be a few years ago now. Tesla hasn't moved like this in ages. Even after the elections, it wasn't like we haven't seen 11, 12% such a gap up on Tesla since like forever. But yeah, crazy push up on AMD. But I'm gonna start with Amazon because it's the best technical setup, I would say. Even yesterday, it was a good technical setup, did not do anything. And I think even Apple was a really good technical setup, which I tried and I lost money on. It actually looked really good where I entered, the tape sped up and the volume was high, but did not do anything. So I think it's mainly because of earnings. So Amazon, Apple, we have the mega caps reporting earnings next week. Not the mega caps, basically a lot of Mac 7, including Microsoft. Wednesday next week. Amazon is also Wednesday next week, if I'm not wrong. Yep. Apple is going to be next week as well. So I'm actually excited for Apple earnings to know if my thesis is correct or not. Mac Studios and Mac Minis, which I have talked about multiple times. I won't start that conversation again. Thursday after market close, Apple. That's why I think Apple did not do anything yesterday. It was a good setup, I would say. It actually started to push up. We saw the volume come in, but just no continuation because of most likely earnings next week. So usually before earnings, the stocks decide to die down, especially these Mac 7s, because the earnings of these stocks move the whole market. So Apple, one good earnings can move the whole market. Nvidia can move the whole market, right? So these are the huge mega cap, insane market cap companies. So Apple is $4 trillion market cap at the moment. Nvidia is 4.85 trillion. So Nvidia is going to be towards the end of May, I believe. Yeah, Nvidia is one of the last Mac 7 stocks to report earnings. So now talking about Amazon, pretty much straightforward. I think it's going to be a short webinar because it's nothing crazy. We don't have to overcomplicate it. 258, 259 hold, R4 hold for a push towards the upside looks nice. Pretty much straightforward play. Amazon is also a stock that you should actually trade based on the 5-minute chart. So I am pretty happy with my trading yesterday just because I actually waited the first few minutes, and then Apple was worth trying. Like, honestly, it was worth trying. I could have waited a bit for a 5 minutes close. I think I entered at 9:34 if I'm not wrong. And then I added more and then I got stopped out. Actually, my stop out was also like decent. I lost like 3K on 200 contracts, which is like basically 15% of the premiums, and the premiums were fairly cheap on a Thursday. They can drop on this candle itself. I think I exited right before 275. Had I held this position for even 20, 30 more seconds, the low of this candle was 274.48. So easily 6-7K loss instead of $3,000. So yeah, I would say decent executions on my end, and I actually waited for it to reclaim back above 275. I don't even mind my entry. The only critique is gonna be this market is more about the 5-minute chart. Had I just waited for the 5-minute chart close, it actually closed like pretty shit. But also it could have easily pushed towards the upside as well. So I won't be too fussy about that. It's just something to improve that 5 minutes actually closed bearish. So had I just waited for this 5 minutes close, there was no setup. But again, sometimes waiting for like 5 minutes close, it might be too late, right? It could have closed right around 277. Do you want to enter at 277? Then the risk to reward is not even there then. So it's a double-edged sword, but I just waited for a reclaim of a level. I think it was a win in IMO, in my opinion. So Amazon, ideally, as I mentioned, 5-minute setup. It's been holding this. It held this R4 nicely, and this is the prior all-time high. I think it's 258 point. It actually touched the prior all-time high or made a new all-time high recently. So yesterday, 258.79. And the all-time high was 258.60. Okay, so it actually made a new all-time high yesterday. Okay, it did. And price action was not really clean. Yeah, we can see this from here as well. Like, it started moving. I don't know what's with this 10:20 a.m. guys. We saw MU do the same thing recently, a few day before yesterday when I felt like shit. 10:20 approximately, 10:15, 10:20. 10:20 freaking crazy rally. I remember Tesla from last week, Friday, I believe. I can easily check. Friday, yeah, this move, break of 400, 10:20. What's wrong with this 10:20? Yeah, see, 10:20. This is where the move started. I don't know what the fuck is with 10:20, but Amazon also was the same yesterday, 10:20. Similar sort of price action, shitty opening price action, 10:20 it starts moving. I don't know, 10:15 to 10:30 is the hot zone at the moment. Actually feels like 10:15 to 10:30 is behaving like the market used to behave a few months ago, a few weeks ago. So yeah, Amazon, let's see. Yesterday's high hold, even prior all-time high was 258.60 if I'm not wrong. Is there a point? I mean, I'm just going to leave it there. Like R4 is anyways at 258.53. I just don't want to be too fussy about a level 258.60. But yeah, hold of the zone for a push towards the upside. If we just straight push towards the upside, I'm happy staying on the sidelines. So yeah, I don't think so. I'm going to be taking an opening trade on Amazon. If it starts to move, if it wants to go without me, I'm happy to do it. I just don't want to break my this opening trade rule anymore, because eventually if something is meant to be, we are seeing good price action based on the statistics. Recently, we are seeing good price action a bit later in the day. And also SPY and QQQ can give us good price action as well, which I'm going to discuss after we are done with Amazon and Tesla. Amazon and then MU, main watch. MU also, I think R4 is a good watch. We can see it's kind of a head and shoulder near R4. Shoulder, head. I just realized it, which is like a 5 minutes head and shoulder, but it is a head and shoulder. So if we get above 497, 498 for 500 break, looks nice. It's kind of a 1, 2, 3, not a really good example of 1, 2, 3, but yeah. Barely an inside bar. It's not an inside bar, but it can be considered as an inside bar. A consolidation day. It's a better term for this day. So yeah, it can actually, like, it was consolidating. If we see the price action, if we just consider it was consolidating for the past 3-4 months. We broke out, retested the prior all-time high. It might actually start the next rally. Yes, it feels extended and shared, but yeah, it broke out of the consolidation, broke out of the all-time high, tested the all-time high. If it gets the momentum, man, it can even go for like 540, 550. Look at AMD and Intel. So who knows, like these stocks. And even with the beat in the earnings and everything, I feel like MU is still undervalued, because MU, I think the revenue of MU is still more than a lot of other stocks with thrice the market cap of like MU. So MU is like 540 billion, but the way this stock is doing at the moment, it can easily be 1 trillion as well. And where did I see this? Yeah, you can actually see revenue of Tesla. Basically, it's 22 billion and it's a 1.4 trillion dollars market cap. I don't know the comparison which I saw, but I'm just comparing it with Tesla because it's just easier. MU reported earnings 23 billion. 23.5 billion last earnings. This earnings is going to be another, maybe a beat, most likely. 24 billion, 23 billion, which is more than Tesla, and the market cap is like 540 billion. So, and even P/E ratio is 23, which is not much price to earnings ratio. Tesla is like freaking 300, which is like very high. But 23 for a stock that is directly related to AI because of the RAM usage and the memory usage and everything that AI requires. It's honestly undervalued at the moment. If you look at it, if you undervalued in the sense, if you compare the price to earnings ratio with the other stocks of the same genre, Nvidia P/E ratio is like 41, which is still, I would say, high, but not that high. But it's on the higher side if you look at all the Max 7 stocks. Apple P/E ratio is like 35, but Apple is also considered like a blue chip stock. So for Apple, considering the I would say the brand image it has, 35% is quite a lot, because Apple is also not a company that was directly related with AI. Recently, yes, the hardware that I have mentioned multiple times, it's pretty good. And AMD P/E ratio is very high now, 114. Yeah, that is very high. But the earnings also, 10 billion. So it's actually doing less revenue than MU, but again, depends from stock to stock. But also AMD, they released a new chip, and I mean, at the moment CPU prices are not as high as like chip, but it's gonna be in cycles, right? At the moment, these memory sector stocks are moving like crazy, SanDisk and MU basically, and at the moment it's AMD and Intel, so it's just gonna move in cycles, all these tech stocks and the hardware and the software stocks. So MU, yesterday's high, hold for 500. Honestly, I should not say hold, because it's not like I'm going to take it at the hold of yesterday's high. But if we get above R4, I'm going to start watching it for 500 break. Definitely, I don't want to chase the 500 break. So if we can get an entry before 500, provided that the price action sets up nicely, For a potential break of 500, I definitely want to enter maybe around here instead of waiting for actually 500, because that break is going to pump the premiums. MU premiums are also a bit weird. So that break is what is going to move your premiums. And May 1st expiry, MU premiums are so expensive, so freaking expensive. I'm thinking like next week 520 calls, to be honest. Like it's that they are also like $10 a piece. Very expensive. And same day expiry, I honestly don't want to trade. MU is like a wild, it's like a wild stock. But honestly, like looking at the price of the premiums doesn't make sense. Like 500 calls, same day expiry. It's better to like size down. 500 calls are going to have insane volume. So that is not an issue. The spreads are going to tighten up as well. For next week, the spreads are also going to be like 10%. So yeah, for MU, I might actually trade 500 same day, because I just think if I think about the next week expiry, they are just going to be very spready. Yeah, okay, Hamoud is also saying yeah. So I think my thought process is correct, because paying like 15-20% for the spreads, like $10, the ask is going to be like at $10, bid is going to be like at $9. Not worth it, I think. So same day expiry, I feel like is decent, but just then size down, size accordingly. ARM spreads are very wide. Yeah, they are wide. They must have gotten better in the past 2 days, but yeah, ARM is also gapping up, similar Intel and AMD. So So, guys, I'm done for the day. Amazon was paused, and I'm not doing the commentary because I want to give you guys a brief overview of what happened 2 3 days ago. Actually, let me go back and read that message for you guys because it actually affected me a lot. So, sorry it disappeared yesterday. 7.5k read for me. I was just in a really bad headspace, not because of the dollar amount, but more because of underperformance and just not being myself lately. Weeks of underperforming, topped up by a decent loss, all because of my own stupidity. This was yesterday that I posted, but this was after Wednesday's trading when I missed out on MU and I was actually red for the day, 7.5k. It just added fuel to the fire, which was already burning inside for a few weeks now. I literally felt like just quitting altogether as I'm unable to capitalize on my wins and just giving away money on stupid ass losses. I have never shared this online, but to be honest, I haven't felt this defeated since like 2021, so makes sense because that's why I haven't shared it. And it's just like this market is giving you a lot of opportunities, but different sort of opportunities. It doesn't suit my style of trading, and that's why I just feel like garbage. Literally, I was feeling like garbage, but now I'm fine. Was unable to sleep as well, even though I just got off my setup pretty early, woke up around 3 a.m. and started working on Vexa. So you guys know what Vexa is. I'm going to talk more about that as well. I have been doing this for 7 years, guys, 7 years. And I felt like shit. And I felt like this yesterday. Pure shit, literal garbage. It's not like that I feel better today, but acceptance has kicked in. This was the next day at 12:40. So I did not even post anything that prior day because I was just pissed at myself. The following day, I wanted to let the Discord group know what's happening with me and I just disappeared. I've been doing this for 7 years and I felt like shit yesterday, pure shit, literal garbage. It's not like I feel better today, but the acceptance has kicked in, as I mentioned. So I just want to focus on myself now as I have lost touch with my best version for a while now. The good thing is that when you feel you're at the literal bottom, when you actually feel you're at the literal bottom, there's nowhere else to go but just to climb yourself back up. If you're literally at the bottom of the well, of the tunnel, whatever, there's nowhere else to go. You have to climb yourself back up. This is what I will be doing starting today. So you guys can see the reactions. Everyone was like very supportive. We had a chat the next day in the pre-market webinar. I was pretty much fine after like a few hours. After even typing this, it actually made me a bit better. And that's why after that, you guys can see yesterday I made 5.3k. And then today I made, you guys can see 4.1k, which you guys saw. So the loss recovered, but it's just about enjoying trading. So you guys can see I was listening to music and I was just like Bad Bunny Essentials. I was listening to music and you guys can see I'm just having fun with trading and I was not feeling like commentating. And I haven't felt like, and I don't want to take it as a job, right? Trading is something that I enjoy. And the day I started taking it as a job are the days I actually fuck up. And that's why I decided that until further notice, I won't be doing any commentaries. And that's why I haven't even posted the unscripted videos. But I was like, I record my screen anyways. Might as well post the raw video. You guys can see I'm just having fun, listening to music, looking at charts. If you guys want to chill, listen to some music and watch my video on your Apple TV or your TV on YouTube, wherever you can do that. So I'm going to continue posting on this unscripted because of this reason. And this video is like more than an hour, but I think I'm going to cut a bit of the silences in the mid, and like I can cut a lot, to be honest. But yeah, that's why. Let me know in the comment section below. So this video, I'm actually going to cut it out a bit because I'm not commentating. So if I commentate, if the commentary is there, then it actually makes sense. But if the commentary is not there, do you want me to post the raw video like as it is without any edits, or do you want me to make some edits? This video, I don't know what I'm going to do, but let me know in the comment section below. Saying that, guys, let's take a look at today I was so calm. You guys can see my max heart rate was basically 117 beats per minute. At the open was a bit high, 119, which is still not very high. Yesterday, you can see that my heart rate was 133 right here. It peaked to 146, approximately 143. Today, I was very calm. You guys can see the blue line, yellow, a few spikes in the middle, in between. But yeah, pretty much nothing. And today I took 6 trades for the day. You guys saw that. and you guys can see everything right here. Calls, inputs, the money I made, the money I lost, my AI generated insight as well, that you displayed impressive resilience today. And Vexa is something that we have been working on. You guys can see this is the intraday equity curve. If you turn the Sentinel on, so this heart rate is tracked by my Whoop right here, which is connected to my phone. So we have the phone app as well. You guys can see my discipline score, everything has come down because of that loss, 7.5k. I actually did not stick to my rules. The phone app looks freaking amazing. This is the first trading coach phone app that actually looks like this. You can go on the dashboard. You guys can see my Vexa score 49. Confidence is low at the moment because of that fuck up, 7.5k, because my max stop loss that I have set on Vexa is 3k. So if I blow past it, my discipline, confidence, CDI scores all come down, and everything is AI generated. We have been backtesting it for the past 8 months. So everything that you see is actually a pure reflection of how I feel that day. If I click on it, you can see actually revenge trade instances, 17 instances. That's what I told you day before yesterday, 7.5k loss. You guys can see max loss, no violation today, but yesterday and day before there were violations. So it's going to carry. Like, it's not like one day you mess up, the next day you trade really well, your discipline is going to go up from 40 to 100. That's not what happens in real life as well. It takes a while to get back in the zone. And these are my CDI scores. And you guys can see, if I check the history, you can see after that loss, my CDI score dropped to like 48. Right here as well, it dropped around 25 and then 48, and then it's recovered. Now it's 53. Today it's 54. We also take your sleep into consideration. So now when I sleep tonight, it's going to take my sleep into consideration as well. If I sleep for good 7-8 hours, and it's going to increase my discipline score. So yesterday night, I actually slept for 6 hours, 20 minutes. So that was pretty nice. And you guys can see total. This is not total, guys. Like, I try to import all my accounts, but a few of my interactive brokers account back in 2020, 21, 2022, a few of the accounts got closed. The linked accounts, the main account is active. So I try to get all my trades, the past 6 years of data. I just couldn't get it. So this is it's very low to what total PNL is. I actually don't know what my total PNL is because I can't access those accounts unless and until I go through my bank statements and look at every withdraw and deposit and everything. It's going to be a huge ass work because I had interactive brokers in Australia, then I moved to Dubai. So it's a huge ordeal if I want to do that. But yeah, we have been working on it for the past 8 months. If you guys want access to it, we have actually opened the waitlist now. First link in the description box below. Vexatrade.ai. Just go to vexatrade.ai. Go on waitlist and you can join the waitlist, enter your email and you can join the waitlist now. But yeah, saying that, guys, thank you for watching. Again, let me know in the comment section below if you guys want to see the raw video, 1.5 hours. This is like 1 hour, 10 minutes, just raw and cut. If this video is shorter than 1 hour, 10 minutes, you know that I have cut a few parts. But if you just want to watch the raw 1 hour video, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in. Again, the link to join the waitlist for Vexa, we launch end of May. The date is not yet decided, but I'm going to make an announcement on my main channel as well. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one.